Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today, let's go in there and draw Peacemaker. I'm going to do a full body shot, so the head's going to be up here, arms coming down this way, legs to about here. Let's go up and draw the helmet first of all. So the top of the helmet is like an arc that goes across the top of his head. So what I'm going to do, just go from about that point there, right? Just put a little dot there. What I'm going to do is just draw a nice arc up to the top of the head. Up to there, continue along, and then we'll go down like that. We've got that nice arc. Just make sure it's fairly even. Then what we're going to do is just cut in either side. So on this left hand side here, cut in there, right hand side, cut in about here, and we've got that nice arc is in there. Cool. So next up, what I'm going to do is just draw his chiseled jaw. Just get that outline done. So got Peacemaker's jaw coming down this way, comes in, down this way, comes in there. Just bring it in a little bit, and then we can continue underneath there with this chiseled jaw area like that. And then what maybe we can do, we've got the frame of the face there. I can go back in and draw the rest of him. So this outer bit sort of like comes outwards from the main part of the helmet. What I'll do, just sort of draw almost like piping around the main helmet there. So just bring it in like that. Kind of goes right down to the end there. Sort of chisels up, down, and this side sort of chisels up, down like that, so it sort of pinches into the face. And then the main part of this, sort of the edge of the nose, or the top of the helmet, so the bridge of the nose up here, what I can do is just curve it down, so we've got the outer part of the helmet being made there. Now it's got a little curve in the center here. It's almost like a little badge going on there. And then what we can do, we can just bring the little diagonal out from that like that. And then just around here we've got the eye section, so I'm going to draw a little curve up this way here, a little curve up this way here. Then I'm going to cut in, so I'm going to draw sort of around that either side, just like that there. And then within that I'm just going to pop a little curve like that, and we can just pop a little like eyes just looking over to the right hand side there. Just a little pinch in either side of that. There we go. That's all we need. And then we can draw that strong nose that the Peacemaker has. It's around here, just at the bottom of the nose there. Then we've got that serious looking face sort of here. So I've got just a little mouth that goes around that way. Just maybe draw a little lip under there. There we go. I think I'm happy with that. Now Peacemaker's neck kind of pops out a bit from the jawline there, so just going to come out either side there, nice and wide, Adam's apple sort of in round here. And then he's got a collar around this, so kind of come a little curve out either side like this, bring it around there, and we can come a little line down for the collar, like the lip of the collar there. This then sort of cascades down this way here, down this way here. And then there's another little lip either side, so just bring your pen out, either side of that, down, and then just cap it off. In this point here, I'm just going to put a little curve either side of that just to show the collar coming out. And then I can just pop the shoulders in. So I've got a shoulder to the right here, going to come out like this, and then curve around this way here. And on this side, I'm going to come out about there, come out here, and curve around like that. Now, just on the top here, we've got 5 little rivets, little rectangles that come out from about this point. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on this side from about here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the costume. Now I've got that in, maybe I'll just look at sort sort of getting the pecs in. So I've got the outer arm here. The pecs kind of come in sort of out here, the underarm is, so it's just a little curve in and around here. And at this point, it's just going to come down, curving around sort of this point here. There we go. Right, now I've got that. What I can do is just continue this kind of like costumes, like a bit like a t-shirt top. I'm going to come down here and then curve inwards there, curve inwards here, and then go up to that pec. It's almost like another little line within the centre of that as well, like that. Then on this side, I'm going to come down a bit like this. Then I'm going to curve inwards here, curve inwards there. Just cap it off there. I'll just draw in a little line there in the middle. Cool. Now I've got that, I can draw like the edge of the torso going down to the middle. So I'm going to come about here, going to come down, curve in to the torso and down. And on this side I'm going to come, same thing, going to come in here, down to here, and then I'm just going to leave a little space there because it's got a bit more in his belt area. So if I draw that belt area in, kind of like around here, I'm going to draw a little rectangle. So I'm going to come out, like here, come down, either side, and then along this way, and draw a line up like that. And what I'll do is I'll come draw the left-hand side of the belt, so bring it around to the edge down there, down like that, and then we can come back across to the edge here. Now on this side's got a couple of pockets, so I'm going to draw a long rectangular bit there, another long rectangular point there, and then another one just up, down a bit further and around, and then just going to draw the top. It's like a little blue area on the belt, a little pouch around there, and then just these top bits, it's just pop a couple of little bits more detail in just around there. Cool. Just in here, at this point, I'm just going to cut in either side of my black pen like that, just to give a little bit of texture to that belt. And then what I can do is continue this leg area here. So the legs come down this way here. I'm going to come down on this side over here. I'm going to start from this little corner point here. Just bring your pen down to a knee area about there. On this side, come down this way. I'm going to come down this way and here around to a knee area about there. Now on this side here, it's got a little holster and gun point. So I'm going to draw the centre point of that here. So just come out, just draw a nice little rounded rectangle there. Then it's kind of like got the barrel sort of coming down this way here, and then the top of it sort of coming up this way here. Just sort of curve it around there and down. A couple of little lines in there, a couple of little lines in there. That's all we need to do with that. Centre of the legs now probably about this point here. Okay, and then I can come downwards, draw the inner part to the knee. So come downwards here, just tapering it a bit. It's about there. On this side, bring it in, taper it down to about this point here. And then what we'll do, it's got little knee pads on, so it's almost like a little patch. So I'm just going to draw a little sort of rounded curved rectangle, put two lines in it there. And on this side here, I'm going to draw a little curve along here, down, around and up, and then two little lines in there, 1, 2, like that. Okay, now I've got that in, I can continue this leg. So I'm going to come downwards this way. You've got little boots on here, so the trouser sort of comes down, sort of the material comes out a little bit, down to about there. Come down this way, the calf muscles around here, curve it in there and around. On this side, I'm going to continue in the inner part here, just calf muscle and around. And then this point, same thing, the shin area comes down here, bit of material, and we'll curve it around there. Okay, just got the boots to do now at the bottom, so they sort of come down this way and out, down this way and out. So first of all, just going to draw a little sort of edge point of the boot, one there and one here. And then I'm going to come down sort of from the front, going to go bring my pen down this way, curve it out here, round to the toe area there, back round to about here. There's a boot area that goes down here and out, and there's almost like a little heel there which you can pop in there. And on this side we can go down this way, curve around here to the toe area, nice and smooth round we go and up. And then on the edge here we come down this way like this, pop it out a bit for the heel and in like that. Right, just the arms to go. So he's got bare arms here with gloves on, sort of in the middle of his forearms. Let's do that and then we can do a little bit of detail. So first of all, he's got these big old biceps. So on the outer, I'm gonna come out around here and taper in. And in the inner part here, I'm gonna just come around, sort of draw in that bicep there. The crease of the arm is about there. So he's got these big old biceps. These then pinch out a bit again, so they've tapered in, and then they, let me show you, like pinch out a bit there, down the forearm area. Same here, sort of pinch out and in. Then I'm gonna just draw a curve right around that, which is just glove area. This again is a bit like the boot, there's like a little edge to it, so I'm just gonna draw a nice little edge area there. And then I'm basically gonna continue that forearm, so it continues this line here, about there, down like that there, down like that there. We go right to the wrist, then we curve out here, around with a thumb. We've got this clenched fist, so come down this way here, in and meet up to the thumb there. And we can just draw a little hint that their fingers are linked in there, a couple of little curves with the glove there. Then we can go over to this side. Again, he's got these big old biceps, so I'm gonna bring out my pen sort of this way, real curve out there. I've got a big old bicep sort of coming down this way to about there. Crease of the arm again, round here. This is pinched in, and we can just then come out where the forearm is, curve in. Same sort of thing here, come out, curve in there. And then I'm gonna draw a little curve along here, so right along there, a little curve for the glove. And just again, sort of cap it off around here, and we can continue this forearm with the glove to about here, and then draw a nice fist here. So I'm gonna come down this way here with the glove. I'm gonna come down this way, because I like to taper it in a bit. A couple of little curves for the material. Then this part of the wrist comes in a little bit more, so what I'm gonna do is come down this way, just draw that thumb area in there, like that. On the outer part, we're just going to come down here to the knuckles and around like that. And then again, we're just draw a nice little hint with his fingers in there. There we go. Just maybe bring that up to the thumb there. All right, we've got that lovely outline. Let's just draw a little bit of detail. So it's got this badge in the middle here. What I'm going to do is come outwards in the center here, just draw a line out there. Then it tapers out on either side, so 1, 2, then it comes into the middle part, probably about here, yeah, about there, so we just join up the lines either side of that, 1, 2. In the center there, we've got that little Peacemaker emblem, so I'm gonna sort of draw the little head part there, curve in, little wing areas around the edges, like that, taper in there, to an edge there. You can be nice and loose with it. On either side of that, it's got these little blue little points, so we're gonna just line those off. So I've got lines coming out either side of that, like that, and then they basically just curve in either side there. They kind of just line off like that. A couple of little lines going down sort of the center of him, so it's like the material. So I'm gonna just draw in a couple of little lines either side where I've just drawn. This line sort of continues sort of down this way here, down this way there. So it comes along the pec on this side and down this way here. Just lightly sort of patch that in. A couple of little creases in the top, just here, here. And then just a little curve around here where it kind of goes blue in his top. I'm gonna just draw some little edging points on there. This continues down this way here, so it kind of just comes down this way here, sort of to the edge of the gun point. Again, we can just sort of draw in some little lines. And then we've got just a few little lines on the trousers, so there's the main one sort of around either side here. Kind of comes along the edges. Just be really loose with this. This thing sort of comes down this way and in around there. Same with this point around there. And we'll come down this way, just sort of draw in a couple of little lines. Then all we need to do at the bottom of these trousers is just a few little lines where the creases of his material goes in. As we get to the boots, we've just got some nice little sort of rounded off points. We're just gonna draw in a few little curves as we go around the shoe, like that. Maybe just bring that up there. A little edge around there where he's got the sole of his shoe, and maybe just a little line there where the heel is. On this side, same sort of thing. We can just actually draw a line sort of down this way here, a line where the heel is there, and then I can just pop in some lines like that, little curves on his shoe area there. Maybe we'll just sort of show a little bit extra at the bottom there just to show that heel area. And then I think I'm done. There's a little bit of detail on there. I think that looks good. It's looking like the Peacemaker now. I'm gonna go in and color that. Peacemaker is also featuring in Fortnite at the moment, so let me know what you think of that skin. Let me know who else I can draw, and I'll see you again soon. All right, bye for now.